In this video, we'll be checking out our top 5 magical creatures from Ark Survival Ascended. These shall all be custom and original modded creatures available on the CurseForge platform. And if you'd like to see more of these top 5 videos, don't forget to hit subscribe and follow the channel. Starting off at number 5, we have the FlameBear mod by TeamMIROKU. So this creature is exactly what is advertised in the name of the mod. This is indeed a fiery bear. Much like regular direbears in Ark Ascended, the FlameBear is a formidable and powerful creature which is essentially a more powerful direbear, meaning it is quite tanky and packs a mean punch, and it has most of the same abilities as the regular direbear, just scaled up, but with a big fire breath and is much more speedy as well. The taming method for the FlameBear is indeed a standard knockout, though do so with caution, because if you are not prepared, the FlameBear will set yourself and your Tames alight in a fiery blaze of hell. Not to mention just its baseline damage is even greater than that of the regular direbear. But just like any other carnivore tame, once given some meat or kibble and some narcotics, it will become a powerful ally which will also gain momentum while sprinting and can be found sprinting at frightening speeds, making this creature a surprising travel unit. And as an additional bonus, the fire breath from the FlameBear, which as you can imagine deals ticking burning damage, does so with the same vibrant colours as its own colour regions, meaning you can in fact get different coloured FlameBears and deal different coloured flame attacks. But when directing a flame attack at your own allies, it will actually heal them for a portion instead of dealing damage. Meaning the FlameBear might just be the first pyromaniac in Ark that is actually beneficial to have, causing chaos amongst your own allies, for every breath will heal them as well. At number 4, we have the Manauri by AmalgamaniacGaming. The Manauri is a mana-infused tiger, and can essentially be seen to have similar mechanics to the Thylacoleo, and yes, that does involve spawning in trees and pouncing on you. This is a bigger, meaner Thylacoleo with gorgeous shimmering effects to really show that magical vibe. While the taming requirements for the Manauri are actually quite simple and straightforward, actually gaining the ability to tame one in the first place is the bigger show-off. These mana-infused tigers, when killed, can be found with essences of mana in their inventories or dropped as feces. And when gathering enough of this mana, you'll be able to craft a mana refinery, which can then be used to refine the mana into richer materials, which is used for 1, the Manauri's saddle, which is a much higher level unlock, 2, for the Manauri's actual taming food, and 3, to create a special soup that makes you essentially invisible to wild Manauri. And thus, once you've obtained a sufficient amount of mana to make these various resources, and to then have more available to actually feed the Manauri, it is a simple passive tame and a remarkably fast one at that, which will then gain you this amazing ally. These are incredibly fast and speedy tames with an insane jump that is competitive to that of the Procoptodon, and every melee hit deals burning damage to all targets and set those targets alight. Additionally, when a Manauri is able to harvest a corpse, it also sets itself aflame and grants itself massive health regeneration, making this guy really formidable. And as a bonus reward for overcoming the massive grind that is getting all the mana to even tame one, once you harvest corpses and you have meat in a Manauri's inventory, it will automatically extract mana from all of the raw meat it harvests, which means that you also get a near infinite source of mana production, which will make taming your next Manauri all the more easier. And who wouldn't want to tame more of these epic glowing big cats? At number 3, we have the Embersteeds, also by AmalgamaniacGaming. This fiery horse, while quite scary upon the first sight, is actually a fantastic utility tame more than a combat tame. Taming an Embersteed is the exact same process as taming an Equus. So you sneak up to it, you passive feed it, and you ride it to break it in until it will become your ally. And just like a regular Equus, once saddled up, the saddle does also provide the same mortar and pestle qualities as the Equus saddle, which means that the Embersteed is quite handy for on-the-go narcotic crafting. But more importantly, these guys can break stone, metal, and other hard resources. They are fantastic metal, stone, sand, etc. gatherers. They can do so at frightening speeds and have a fantastic weight reduction. And it will also automatically convert all metal, all meat, all cookable resources in general into their cooked variants, which will also become weight reducted as well. Combined with his movement speed, his high mobility, and just how easy these guys are to tame, this makes the Embersteed a really efficient metal and hard resource gatherer. Plus, like the aforementioned mortar and pestle saddle crafting, all of that stone and sand you'll be easily gathering in scorched earth, in addition to it being a herbivore, so lots of cactus sap grinding as well, means that we finally have a creature that is fantastic for crafting clay, which is a must-have for any scorched earth playthrough. And number 2, we have the Galvanized Wolf by HNStudios. The Galvanized Wolf is an electric direwolf, which, much like the other creatures on this list, does retain all the regular qualities of a direwolf, plus some hidden extras. They are a simple knockout and carnivorous tame, though you do want to be careful because the direwolf's abilities do a bleeding attack, along with some powerful electrical abilities. But what really makes the Galvanized Wolf stand out is that its electrical abilities deal insane torpor, not to mention they have quite a large range and a very fast attack speed. These same electrical attacks can also be used to break stone, metal, trees, etc. and gather resources, though admittedly without any weight reduction, but it is a handy bonus. But after some thorough testing, we confirmed that the Galvanized Wolf is actually incredible for knocking out any creatures, as the torpor to damage ratio is massively in your favour, so you are at a low risk of really killing anything. Though if you wanted to use the Galvanized Wolf for more aggressive purposes rather than a taming companion or resource gatherer, getting an imprinted one equipped with a saddle and leveled into melee, the fast attack range on their far-reaching electrical abilities deals devastating damage, which, when tested in a caving environment, obliterates creatures. While the Galvanized Wolf seems more intended as a general use out and about creature for knockout and resource gathering, it turns out it is an incredible caving companion as well. And at number 1, we have the Galvarex by Bluescapes Modding. Compared to the other magical creatures of this list, the Galvarex has its own unique model and sounds, alongside a custom taming method. To acquire them, these electric raptors must be allowed to deal damage, and the more it is able to attack things, the more enraged and fired up it becomes, until eventually it will erupt in a display of lightning, which will massively buff its attack damage and attack speed, as it unleashes an aggressive display of attacks until it exhausts itself and tires itself out, at which point it is then susceptible to torpor. It is during these tired out windows that you must attempt to knock out the Galvarex, until it energizes up and attacks again, and thus rinse and repeat, but once you manage to knock one out, it is indeed a simple carnivore taming method. What you gain from a tamed Galvarex is a very speedy and very powerful raptor. These guys just run around and kill everything. But what also makes the Galvarex more engaging in gameplay is the rare sights of Alpha Galvarex out in the wilds. These can reward very rich rewards, and even a boss variant which it takes a lot of grinding to acquire, and once summoned really needs a necessary boss army, but the reward for killing this are stronger and more powerful Galvarex to claim as your own. So not only does this mod provide you with an awesome and original creature, but also one that offers great PvE progression, a challenging boss fight, and lucrative rewards. And after all, isn't that what Ark Ascended is all about? And that is our top 5 magical creatures from Ark Survival Ascended. What do you think of this list? Is there anything you'd add to it? Or perhaps we've missed out on any mods available on the CurseForge platform? Please feel free to let us know in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more of these, like and subscribe for more Ark Ascended mods videos, and keep an eye out for future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.